Hello everyone, this is Jeff. Welcome to my growth channel. Today, I hereby invite one of my students from the Netherlands to share her recent experiences getting a job as a data analyst in the Netherlands. So if this is the very first time you actually step into this channel, please let me introduce myself first. My name is Jeff. I've been running this channel for almost 3 years. So I have managed to help almost 50 plus students to nail down different types of jobs in the data analytics areas like data analyst, business analyst, or BI specialist across 4 different continents in 17 different countries. So today, before we start, you can see different kind of logos of all the companies my students actually have achieved during the last 2.5 years or 3 years. We have Lego, H&M, Novo Nordisk, and also we have a few banks here like ABN AMRO, NatWest, and today it's RaboBank. We also have Nordea. So you can recognize quite a few big names here. So each of my students has a different personal story. I take them by the hand. We talk about their experiences and stories. We dig deep and figure out what it is that is stopping them from the best themselves. And seeing their transformations to achieve their career goals, it's emotional, it's satisfying, and also it's humbling. But they put their trust in me to take them on this journey. That makes my work extremely meaningful and give me unparalleled satisfaction. So please join me to welcome Ellen to share her personal story, why she wants to start her career as a data analyst. So first, Ellen will introduce herself in Dutch, and afterwards we're gonna switch everything back to English.
Hi allemaal, ik ben Ellen. Ik woon 7 jaren in Nederland. Nu ik woon in Rotterdam met mijn man, mijn 2 jaar oud zoon en ook een Shiba Inu hondje. Ik ben heel leuk je hier te ontmoeten in Jeff's channel. So I'm very happy to meet everyone here today and share my personal stories and also my experience, the journey with Jeff in this data analyst bootcamp. So thank you so much, Jeff, for this opportunity.
Thank you, Len, to take the time with us. And but first of all, could you please put some words about yourself? What is your educational background and also working experiences, and your experiences actually running your own coffee shops and stuff like that? Yeah.
Yes. So very shortly, so I in China I was graduate in like financial and accounting, like bachelor, let's say. Then I have 4 years working experience in a Japanese corporation bank. And afterwards, I came to Netherlands to study for like master in the business administration section, and I explored different possibilities while I'm in Netherlands. For example, I worked in a impact investment fund, and then also because it's agriculture commodity focus, that's why I started to have interest in the tea and the coffee, and then I have my cafe in running in Netherlands. And all in all, it's very nice. And then I have my son. I also have like 1 year, actually 1.5 year, as a stay-at-home mom with my son. It was very, how to say, happy and unforgettable experience. But at the same time, I also feel like I would like to have my, how to say, my own career, my like develop as me myself, rather not only as a mother. So that's my personal story.
Yeah. So for those of the followers who has been following my channel for a while, we have a lot of moms actually graduate from the boot camp and starting their career, in different countries. So this is not something new for me to hear another personal story from a full-time mom. Yeah. So could you please tell us a little bit like why do you suddenly want to start your career in the data analytics area? Is this something you explore yourself on social media, or like how suddenly you actually having this idea?
Yes, so basically, like I said, at the moment, at the time, I really want to restart working after being a full-time mom. But looking at my CV, like I just feel like I don't know how could I differentiate myself from the others in terms of the skills, and especially people they don't have, let's say, gap in their career. And I did some research, also the articles on the social media about the data analyst, data science, a lot of different things related to data. I feel like I believe like to combine my past working experience and the skills I already had with data analysis will be something like put me in a better position in the job searching, let's say the market. And also I think that is what I want to do. And of course, in my past working experience, I already did have a lot of interaction with Excel. I know I don't hate number, that's very important. And that's why I think I want to explore more in the data, this section.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's interesting. Yeah, I think it's kind of the reason why you want to switch your career a little bit into the data analytics areas is more like your self-awareness, right? Because you're exposed to different articles on social media, and you decide to give it a try. But actually, I remember the first time when we had a phone call. When I look at the resume, I think, oh, okay, it looks pretty good. 4 years in a commercial bank, and also master degree from Netherlands, it should not be a problem, right? So because at that time I already evaluated a lot of CVs, and also I did a lot of interviews myself across my career. So I have a strong confidence it should be okay for you, yeah. So what about when we're talking about this journey and also this transformation, being like a full-time mom and also taking of the kids and also studying, yeah, looking out of jobs and running your own cafe shops and stuff like that. What is the most challenging period for you during all of this job hunting period? Yeah.
Mm, the most difficult part, let's say for the running business, because it's kind of getting calm after I have my son, and because there's new partner joining. But I feel the most difficult part is your own confidence. Especially for people like if you already start looking for a job, or even you being a full-time mom but you want to look for a job, I think the thing you lose is the confidence at yourself. That is a difficult part. And then you will have your too much thoughts rather than taking action. And that's why the first interaction with Jeff actually really kind of waken me up from that. He's encouraged also the words. He's how to say positive about my CV and the future I'm looking for. Give me the confidence and take me out of this kind of the doubting mood into the action mood. So I think the doubting part will be quite a difficult part, to be honest. As long as you are out of doubting, I think then everything becomes a bit easier.
Yes. Yeah, as I said, I've been seeing a lot of CVs, right? So when I actually look at CV, I can quickly position yourself into different categories, like in terms of among all my students who actually graduated from the boot camp, nailed down jobs successfully in different countries, right? So I can quickly actually put you into the list to see, okay, where are you? So I can roughly kind of calculate the percentages, whether you can get a job or not. Yeah, but of course you don't really know that. But I can actually I have the confidence to tell you that. I also remember when we had a first phone call, you're having a vacation in China back then.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, yeah. So I remember very clearly, and we had a very pleasant conversation, and everything went very smoothly. And I think the most important thing is you have the full trust in me. I think that's, I can also feel that from our very first conversation. You have the full trust in me. So let me try to ask you, there's a lot of boot camps on the internet, social media, stuff like that. A lot of people, bloggers, they talks about how to transform yourself, how to get a job in data analytics. Why particular Jeff's bootcamp? Why particular me? Yeah. What actually, what makes you think about, okay, my bootcamp is so different from the others? Yeah.
Yes. So first, it's a decision process. I also have struggled about if I should do a master or boot camp. So this is the first option. The thoughts. It's very. My goal is actually looking for a job. I want to find a job, to land a job as soon as I can. Let's say. And that's why master is out of the option. It's not the option because it takes longer time. It costs more money, and it's not a guarantee if you will find a job after graduate, right? And then that's why bootcamp is my choice. And then when I try to choose the bootcamp, of course there are really loads of bootcamp, data analyst bootcamp on the internet everywhere. But what to differentiate Jeff's bootcamp from the rest of bootcamp is how he's so targeting on the how to say, the aiming for the result driven, let's say. It's really for the people who to find a job rather than just learn only of course the hard technique. The technical part is important, but it's beyond the technical. This is what I don't see in other bootcamp. This is the first part. Second part is Jeff is how to say, it's really authentic. I think I like this personal interaction. It's rather than just talking with a robot whatsoever, and with the robots. But Jeff is really customized, very authentic, and gives me a lot of confidence. And the last thing is I see on Jeff the channel, he has a lot of past like successful experience, successful examples, let's say. And this you really see like, oh, those people with their background, they can do it. I think I can do it as well. So I think all three reasons make me that's why Jeff said I give him my trust, and I just want to follow and see what will come out and turn out to be true.
Yeah, okay, thanks for sharing. Especially for those followers who has been knowing me for a while, if anyone asks me whether I should do a second master degree, the answer from Jeff is always no. I would never recommend anyone to do another degree, like a master degree, only because you want to step into the data analytics areas. That, for me, that's waste of time, that's waste of money for sure. Yeah. The reason why I'm saying that, because I have 50 plus successful stories, people actually coming from fashion, coming from music, linguistics, language, English, German, and let alone the business backgrounds, humanity, stuff like that. So all of them has actually find their own way into the data analytics area. So, and I've been talking about this many times during the live stream and also my recorded sessions is, I think the most important thing to nail down a data analytics job is, first of all, you need to understand, is this what your passion is about? Do you have passion for data? Do you have passion for data analytics, right? So the first thing, you need to have passion. You need to like numbers. You need to like, okay, you can imagine that every day, you talk to the stakeholders and you collect the requirements, you actually crunch in the numbers, and you make a nice story out of it, right? So this is kind of the most of the job, data analytics job, would look like, right? You also bridge the gap between the business, between the data engineers. There's different variations, different flavors about the data analytics job. And the second thing is about, I've been talking about this all the time, is motivation. Yeah. So how motivated you are to follow like a learning curve and to achieve your goal. Yeah. A lot of people, they are so drowned with different kind of loads of information, on the internet about whether I should like Python, Tableau, or SQL, or Power BI, and different kind of things, right? So I think especially as as a student who actually, or as anyone who actually wants to transform themselves into the data analytics area, the information is overloaded, and most of the people, they don't have the knowledge to differentiate. Okay, what is useful, what is not useful? How should I prioritize my time, my energy to actually focus on what is the most important thing? Yeah. So you have the motivation, and then people are saying, okay, but I don't have so much time, right? I don't have so much time. So how can I optimize my time and energy and only invest in the right directions so I can achieve my goal, in a very short time frame? So I think for those people who actually know me for a while, Jeff is a person who is very much like results driven. You can see the way how I talk, and to me, I think especially when the way how you evaluate whether a bootcamp is useful or not is to look at results. If it can get you a job, yes, that's actually you actually reach the goal, right? But there are certain other trainings which is only focused on the knowledge, has nothing to do with results, but that's okay. But if you are looking for like a boot camp which can give you results, then you need to look at the results. Yeah. And then the last part, whether you could consider yourself is suitable for a data analytics job, or whether you are able to achieve a job in the data analytics area, is the execution. So you have a clear goal, and you also have agenda you can follow, and then you have to do it. Yeah. So I think that's very important. But you could imagine for anyone who actually don't really know how to reach that goal, right? It's quite difficult to, first of all, filtering out different types of information, and then also focus on the useful information, make a plan for yourself, and then act on it. I think this is quite difficult. If you are able to manage all of this yourself, of course you are able to get a job yourself. Otherwise, I think Alan can actually share, like you can actually relate to what I'm saying, much more, right? Because only learning the knowledge is one thing, combining with the business understandings, what is the value chain of the data analytics in a big corporation. There are different variations. We talk about this in our bootcamp. And then also, when we actually preparing, applying different jobs, there are so many jobs on the internet, right? How do you actually targeting the right types of jobs? That's another lesson you have to understand. Otherwise, you will get frustrated quite a lot because you are targeting the wrong jobs. And of course, you get rejections if you're targeting the wrong jobs, right? And then once you get the interview, how to actually thunder through the interview. That's another lesson. We talk a lot about this, how to prepare the interview, how to prepare the case, how to actually travel through the job description, right? To actually how to retrieve the most important information from the job description, and also understand how the company works. So there's a lot of preparation work. Yeah. So actually for Alan, how many interviews you got from February since you started searching?
I think with recruit agency and the company itself, I think I have at least 5.
Yeah, 5, right? And so RaboBank is what? The second or the third interview?
RaboBank, I think, is the second interview, let's say.
It's the second interview, right?
Yeah.
Second interview. And I remember very clearly, I actually told you, I know we all like RaboBank. I also like RaboBank. And
I like it.
For various reasons, because I know one of my students, they actually also got an interview a long time ago, but he didn't actually get it. So I think for me, it's very important to have RaboBank as as
in your pocket.
As a successful story actually on my track record as well. So I actually told you need to hold your breath, right? And keep the expectation low, but actually give the utmost of yourself to prepare for the interview. Yeah. And obviously the results turns pretty nice. It's satisfactory for all of us. And you're interviewing with NIBC,
Yeah,
right?
another bank.
NIBC,
Yeah.
another bank, another commercial bank, and
Yeah.
also Strike, which
Yeah.
is the medical device company from US.
US, yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
we all. I think when you get all of the interviews, we talk about this. I think you were. I told you, right? In the mid of May, in the mid of April, I said, okay,
Yeah.
I think we will hear some good news in the beginning of May. But actually,
Yeah.
it's actually before the end of May, before the
Yeah.
end of April, we already got this offer, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So tell us a little bit about your interview experience. You know, do you find it interesting, challenging, and people I heard like the hiring managers, they are particularly interested to hearing why you have your own cafe shops and stuff like that.
Yeah, true. So we'll take example of the interview with RaboBank. It was really a surprise to me. First, the intro besides the preparation, Jeff, how to say, help us to do in the interview. The other part they are really interested is the cafe, the business I ran. I thought actually they will ask more about my banking experience or my impact investment experience, but turned out to be actually they really want to know you as entrepreneur, and it's also very how to say, there's a part they thought it's very valuable and in this experience. And also Jeff, long time ago while we are discussing the resume, he already pointed out how I can say show my, how to say, the cafe
Justify
case,
how to justify this experience, right?
justified the KPI, let's say the cafe, how to connect it with the data analyst this goal.
Yeah.
And this is particularly draw them interest about the it. So it was really funny. They asked so many things about the cafe thing, and then I have to say, wow, the biggest success of the interview was the preparation Jeff helped me do. I don't know if I can say more detail.
No.
Maybe later. Yeah,
No,
I will
yeah,
say
yeah.
later. Let's say Jeff has a trick to help us to prepare the interview. It's almost like you can not like the interviewer say no to you,
You can
especially
take
in
the
Netherlands.
lead. Yeah,
Sorry?
you can take basically, as I mentioned many times in my video, I think it's very important because I actually hired three data person this month. Yeah, so it's very important when you actually join interview, it's very important if you can take the lead instead of the hiring manager taking the lead. So you can actually drive the conversations towards the directions we actually want, right? So we can
Yes.
actually prepare a lot of things.
Yeah.
And talks about your experiences running a cafe. I know a lot of people, they may be, before you talk to me, maybe you will think, oh, this is a pretty, this is probably not something you want to.
Off track, let's say.
Yeah,
Bit
it's a little bit
track.
off track, right? It's a little
Yeah.
bit off track, yeah, which is not something related to your mainstream, right? It's not banking, it's not data analytics, yeah. So how can I sugarcoat this experience? Yeah. But I have told you many, many times, actually, it doesn't really matter what you do. Yeah, whether you are running a cafe shop, whether you are actually running like an e-commerce web shop, stuff like that. In the end of the day, you have to explain is what is business. The business is all about making money. It's all about promoting your products, attracting new customers, retain new customers, product selection, calculate, what are the winning products, what are the products you want to get rid of, and how do you do marketing, how do you do promotion, how do you make more money. So that's the essence of the business, regardless whether it's a cafe shop or whether it's a whether it's a restaurant or it's online web shop or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But a lot of people actually not realize this. They actually they don't realize how to actually make a nice story about their personal experience. I think I can more or less relate anything to data analytics as long as you know how to do the trick. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's great. So people are actually interested in your story about how you actually run a cafe shop. And we actually also did a great presentation about this role. And it's very convincing. Actually, once you show this presentation, they actually know you can do the job. Suddenly they will forget about your technical skills or anything else. As I said many times, actually, being a good data analyst, it's all about having a good holistic view about the process. Know where you are, and also understand how to position yourself in the future organization. Because during the bootcamp, we actually talk about different kind of organization setups, right? And also the different data flows and stuff like that. It is similar, but it's also different. So in order to kind of convince them, in order to convince the hiring managers, you actually understand where you are and how to project yourself into the future landscape of the organizations and of those business workflows, and how to interact with the stakeholders and stuff like that. It is way important comparing to telling them you are good at Power BI or Python or SQL, because if you have a much good business understanding about the whole process, this is not something people can learn within 2 weeks or 1 month. This takes years before they understand. But if you already, from the very beginning, actually show a very good understanding of the whole process, you already give them a very good impression about you, because they believe you are able to whenever they actually explain to you and ask you to do different kind of tasks and assignments and stuff like that, they know you can actually understand it. You know how to navigate through the organization, stuff like that. And then the next thing is actually on the technical implementations. That's the second step, right? But as a manager, it is much important for them to understand whether you are able to understand the requirements in a proper way. This is way important than the technical skills, especially in a large organization, because you need to navigate through the organizations and find the resources to support your work. Yeah.
Yes.
Great. So any other things you want to share with us? Any interesting questions during the interview, or some of the challenging questions you want to share with us?
Challenge question. Actually, I didn't really face in a challenge, too much challenge question. But I have to say, the interest question, for example, I feel at least in Netherlands, what I experienced in the interview, they really appreciate your proactive, like what Jeff said. That's why Jeff's preparation really helps you to lead the interview. They really like a proactive person.
We like to take the lead all the time.
They really like it. I don't know other country, but in Netherlands, it is the example I hear, the feedback.
Because I'm the hiring manager, so I know how to do the tricks. Yeah.
Exactly, you're the hiring manager. So you really know them. The second part, I think, is they want to know your motivation. They want to know if you really are passionate about being a data analyst. And really passionate about this position. This is what they also really want to know.
Did they ask you?
They asked me the motivation of why banking, why RaboBank, let's say, and
what is your answer? Actually, what is your reply?
It's not a straight question, but after I answered, he said, "This is actually what I want to know." I just tell them I combine the data with data analysts. I said long time ago when I was doing intern, I had a chance to visit the RaboBank. That's true, for a workshop. And I was really amazed that it's about blockchain at the time. And I was really, amazed by the data, how data-driven RaboBank it is. And it's checking what they want to hear. And also I told them I have several ex-colleagues and friends join the RaboBank or Rabo Foundation. And they told me people in RaboBank colleagues are really down to earth. I really want to have a better result, focus on the stakeholders. These are all the preparation I did, the research I did for the company itself. So they know, this company, you are, you agree with their value. This is also what they want to know.
Okay, interesting. Yes, I can more or less relate that. I think for people applying different kind of jobs, as a hiring manager, they want to find passionate candidates. They want to find the people who actually enjoy what they're doing, right? So you need to have a very strong story to support why why me? Why why me? Why this company? Why this position, right?
Yeah.
Regardless whether it's true or not, it needs to be convincing. It needs to be powerful and inspiring.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you need to say it with passion. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. So yeah, I think we have actually talked a lot about different kind of things already.
Yeah.
So do you have any suggestions to those people who are a little bit hesitating and also wondering, doubting about whether they are able to get a job in the data analytics area, or whether they are actually suitable for like a DA job? Do you have any suggestions? How do you actually getting out of from this hesitation situation into being more confident? Yeah.
Yes. I think first thing is really know your goal. Do you how to say what do you want to get out of it? Do you really want to have a job as data analyst? You need to ask yourself this question, like what Jeff also asked me. The second part is just don't waste your time in doubting or comparing, because in the end you need to take actions, and result driven bootcamp is really what can get you there. The third thing is believe yourself. There are so many in Jeff's bootcamp. There are so many candidates. They say how to say students who have so many different backgrounds, and so it doesn't matter about your background. That is, it's not relevant. There's something else is more relevant. There's a lot of secret in the Jeff's bootcamp that can make you success. This day, Jeff's the mindset. It's about mindset. It can make you success. And I think that's it. Just do it. That's really important. Just take actions. That's really, really important.
Yeah, I think now I've been doing the boot camps for a while, right? So like our materials, I have done a lot of iterations to our materials, right? To get it more crystal clear and more sharp, so we can actually take it ready to different kind of countries, different positions. Yeah. And this is quite important. But I think the other thing is yeah, people need to kind of establish their confidence, but it's easier to say this, right? Most people, they don't have their networks. They have a lot of friends, but who are probably who are actually in the same position or in the same situation as they are, looking for jobs and stuff like that. I think most important thing is if you can find any mentor, if you can find any mentors to help you, and then of course it needs to be a good mentor, and you will gain so much. You will actually accelerate the process to the next level. Yeah, this is I think, as I also mentioned this many times in different videos and channels, I feel right now, especially these days, a lot of people and students, they are so lucky because they are exposed to all the social media, all the internet. As long as you are able to find the right way, that requires time, right? You need to do comparison, you need to do your own homework and investigations. Yeah. But back then, when I started my job, when I started my career, we don't have so many things on the internet. It's not so accessible, I would say. Yeah. So I think comparing to the current situation, we have a lot more information, but you just need to kind of pick and choose, what would be the right one for you, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And also truly believe in yourself. Everyone, I truly mean it. Yeah. Everyone has a unique, different story. Yeah. If we start working on your story and make it unique, and we start digging into your experiences, we can make it a very powerful story, so you can actually present during the interview. Yeah. Yeah. So once again, thanks very much to put your trust in me to bring you on this journey. And I can really see your shining in RaboBank. So I can't wait to follow your future journey, your personal development. So I think we will definitely catch up after a few months once you start your career in RaboBank. Yeah.
Definitely. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you so much.
Okay. So I think we're gonna just call it. We're gonna cut it off now. And if you have any questions regarding the how to get a job in data analytics areas in different countries and stuff like that, please reach out to me through. You can actually reach out to me through YouTube, which is the same name, 北欧人字拖Jeff-数据分析. You can find all the information over there. And otherwise, I wish all of you have a great day. The summer is coming, so enjoy your break and ready for the new challenges.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Bye.